Hi, I'm Andrea Metcalf with your Healthy Living Tip of the Day. You know, fiber is really important. It not only helps lower your cholesterol, but it also helps stabilize your blood sugar so you won't be as hungry. You'll need 25 to 35 grams of fiber every day. Think about foods that contain them, like these. To get 10 grams of fiber, which is about half, you'll need almost a half cup of black beans. More importantly, you can pick up some blueberries. 1 pint is about 10 grams of fiber and under 200 calories. Another great idea, for 250 calories, you can have 2 servings of pearl barley, which is a little over a half cup. That'll get you your 10 grams of fiber. You can also get fiber in treats like Fiber One bars, 140 calories and 9 grams of fiber. But the best value is in green beans, under 100 calories for the entire bag and 12 grams of fiber. You can certainly fill up on this. It's important to know your numbers, and knowing the amount of fiber in foods definitely gives you an edge. I'm Andrea Metcalf with your Healthy Living Tip of the Day. Be healthy and be moved.
So Kristen Johnson lost 11 pounds in her first 2 weeks. Week 3 put Wellness 365 and our 80-20 program to the test. So that's why I have Dr. Gail Bryant with me today, the other half of our program, so that she could explain a little bit more about the medical concerns that came up with Kristen in week 3.
Yeah, Kristen's been doing great. She's really motivated. She's really excited to be working in the program. She's been very, very dedicated. Unfortunately, she's had a flare-up of her PCOS. She went into a rather significant alteration in her estrogen-progesterone imbalance and has subsequently gotten an acute anemia going on top of her recovering from bronchitis situation, which really is compromising her endurance, her cardiovascular situation. She's been exhausted, very tired, and really having to push hard to get through.
What we've had to change in the training is the intensity of Kristen's workout programs. Kristen has been insistent about sticking with the program. She's been insistent about sticking with her diet and has really made sure that exercise is still a component of what she's doing. So working with Dr. Bryant, working with myself, we've still let Kristen be able to get her workouts and deal with the medical conditions, which is what the 80-20 program is about, the medical conjoined with the wellness.
At this point, I've been seeing her at least twice a week with Mike, doing some pretty aggressive surveillance in light of her acute onset new condition. She's been very motivated to aggressively manage her conditions. I had put past her the idea that she might need to consider blood transfusion. She was certainly willing to consider that in light of the fact that she wants to keep going with the program. She's really pushing herself through it. So we'll see what her labs and ultrasound from yesterday shows.
I had bronchitis last week and definitely still feeling a little bit of the labored breathing from that, but definitely getting over it. Feel pretty okay going into this week. Just ready to move forward. Tuesday I had something called a PCOS flare, and I had a lot of heavy bleeding, and I lost a lot of iron, and I retained a lot of fluid. And I almost had to be hospitalized because of that, and it really, really was a difficult week for me. I fatigued very easily. I was not cleared for that level of exercise I had been doing prior, and that was a little hard. I did keep my food on track, which was great. I did still do physical activity, which was also great, but I found that I fatigued within probably half the time that I had built up before because of the retaining of the fluid and the loss of iron. So normally I can go about 30 minutes on the treadmill, feel pretty good about that. I mean, it has its difficulties, but I do feel good. This week, it was about 10 minutes in where I would start to get out of breath, I would fatigue, and I would literally have to stop doing what I was doing, catch my breath, take a rest, and then I was so exhausted I couldn't continue with the physical activity this week. I feel very lucky to have this medical team on my side. They're really helping me troubleshoot what's going on with me medically and move forward in a positive direction in spite of the medical setbacks I'm having.
So in week 3, while we're anticipating a very good chance that there won't be a weight loss, considering the hormone manipulation that I've had to provide her, she's still just so dedicated and determined to keep on going, even if she doesn't get the reinforcement from her scale numbers.
So no matter what the scale says this week, Kristen is successful. We still have another 8 weeks left, and working together with Dr. Bryant, I know that we could pull this through.
Push-ups are a great way to build upper body strength, but they also work on your core if you're a woman. Let's start with some basics. Hands need to be wider than your shoulders. This is one common error most people make. As you come down, let your chest come down to elbow height, and your elbow is right over your wrist. Now, with any upper body, you want to do about 12 to 15. To make these a little more challenging, you can take it up to your toes, but remember, really keep those abs tight and work through this. And 15. Those are a great way to challenge your upper body.